Good afternoon. It's 12 o'clock in Texas. Ham Radio 2.0 Lunchtime Livestream. Thanks for everyone being here today. Audio's good. There we go. And appreciate you guys being here today. So I want to play the promo for the really cool Ham Fest upcoming, and then we'll hop right into it.
Welcome to the announcement of the next YouTubers Ham Fest. Hey Frank, play that awesome promo video.
Play that awesome promo video!
Still down from the lack of amateur radio conventions? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
We've got your back.
We're doing it again.
Join us Friday, May 28th through Sunday the 30th
For the biggest,
The loudest,
the largest,
The most extremist. Wait a minute. Are we all extremists? Who let Frank write this thing? I'm not reading that.
yeah, you can tell Frank I'm not reading that.
What is this? An iPhone release?
I'm not doing it.
Jason did.
I'm not. Don't blame me.
All right, where was I? For the second YouTubers Ham Fest around the world.
We'll bring you all the new information about
New radios.
Frequency mode.
Antennas.
The hottest accessories.
And providing the latest information on our hobby.
along with interviews. Blah, blah, blah.
Along with interviews from all our favorite vendors.
So take a break from searching from that random touch lamp that your wife placed in the house and join me.
And me.
And me.
And
And
me.
me. And all of us.
Along with some of the largest.
To the smallest ham radio creators.
From your comfortable and safe place, without worrying about picking up anything unwanted.
Man, I was talking about an extra Bofang antenna. You guys got to get your heads out of the gutter there.
Let's all forget about 2020. It's more than 6 months into 2021.
So bring your favorite drink
Or send me mine. I'm good on QRZ.
because we will be doing a happy hour.
I'm gonna bring my cigars.
I'm bringing whiskey.
A good scotch.
I like a good fresca.
Which one of you guys put tea in my whiskey cup?
Join us Friday, May the 28th through to Sunday the 30th for your front row seat to the second annual YouTubers Ham Fest.
2021.
Stop making the noise.
That most of you can join us for that weekend, which is just like in 2 weeks. It's really creeping up on us. We had a meeting last night, and we were like, "Wow, this is coming up. We better get ready." We've just about got the schedule hammered out. We've got pretty much all the guests lined up. We do want to get. We set a goal for ourselves that a week from yesterday, we want to have the schedule posted publicly so that everybody knows what time it starts and who's going when. What guests are going to be on and all that kind of good stuff. So going to be a fun event. Really looking forward to it. Yes, last year we did all day Saturday and like a half a day Sunday. This year we've got a half a day Friday. We're probably be starting around 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday and going all day Saturday and going all day Sunday. It's going to end with my normal live stream time on Sunday night. So really, really looking forward to that. Let's go down here. I was sent some information from Maria. About this Hudson River radio relay for 2021. Don't know if she's in the chat yet or not. Sometimes she'll join us during the day, but she sent me this this Hudson event that's going on. It is Saturday, June 12th, so I'll probably be mentioning that a couple times between now and then. A collection of 8 pop-up radio stations have been organized, which will communicate with each other and around the world using different amateur radio technologies and encourages STEAM learning via practical applications. Kind of like an Islands on the Air thing is how I read it. Our goal is to make 2,000 contacts around the world and locally using amateur radio in only 4 hours to help raise funds for Bannerman's Island. So that link, I will put that right here. I didn't share that link with Frank yet, so I'll put that right there in the description. So ought to be a fun event if you're sitting at home that weekend and you want to work some HF. Maybe those stations will be out there and operating. So Islands on the Air type stuff. But pretty cool project there. Also, I was sent an email from the guys at the ardenmesh.org website, and I'll be happy to forward that to anybody who wants it. I just kind of took it and copied it into a browser. Recovering part of the lost 5 gigahertz band in court, our attorneys think that we have a chance of taking the FCC to court over their taking of the upper part of our 5 gigahertz band. For us to do that, we need to prove standing. And according to Wikipedia, standing is the ability of a party to demonstrate to the court sufficient connection to and harm from the law or action challenged to support that party's participation in the case. So Arden goes on to say, if we can establish standing, then he feels we have a good shot at retaining some of the bandwidth we have recently lost. So this is a checklist that he sent. It's got 12 things in it. If you use Arden Mesh, if you have a 5 gigahertz node, even if you don't have one your own yourself, but your club does or the one nearby you, fill this form out, send it back to Randy. Actually, send it to k6ah@ardenmesh.org is what it is, which is Andre. He wrote this. Apparently, he wrote this email. But we're trying to get part of our band back on 5 gigahertz, which Josh, Ham Radio Crash Course, he did a really good live stream 2 weekends ago, I think it was, about Arden Mesh, and he was using a 5 gigahertz radio from Ubiquity. Fun stuff, and really good to retain our band and protect our airwaves as much as we can. So I'll be happy to send that to anybody who wants it. Just email me, kc5hwb@gmail.com. I'm good on QRZ, of course, and we'll go from there. So let's hop over here to, not that one, to that one right there, I think. Oh, this one, actually, this one might look a little bit better. Not that one. I can't decide which one I want to do. Okay, well, I'm going to do this one right here. So I'm going to put my headset on and unmute you guys.
On the live stream for Ham Radio 2.0. Right?
Yeah,
so Bob gets a phone call at this time.
He just took that phone call. He's going to be right back. What's going on, y'all?
What's going on, man?
Woo!
Woo! I didn't
hear that one more time.
Live. How's everybody doing?
Oh, good. How you been, man?
I've been good. I just got back from vacation. That was nice.
Oh, nice.
I saw the scuba diving pictures you were posting. That looked really cool. Where were you?
I was in Cozumel, Mexico.
Nice. Okay.
The diving was great. The food was great. It was very tranquilo, very very calm and tranquil and wonderful. Had a great time. Needed it badly. Really.
Good. Yeah. I hear you there. Of course, I took my vacation in Long Island last month, so
I know we had a great time together.
It was. We activated the heck out of some parks, man.
I know, right? We were on fire.
Yeah, we sure were. But let me give some shout outs to people in the chat real quick. Of course, Frank's in there. And who else? T.O. came in pretty early. He's already got the playlist for tomorrow night, for Thursday Night Ham Radio tomorrow night. It's
cool.
At the very top of the chat there. I see Don, Smoke Sizzles RF. I see AA0Z, Kyle. Josiah Reeves, he wanted to be shouted out. So thank you for joining us today, Josiah. I was like, what do you got, Josiah? He goes, I just want to be shouted out. I'm like, cool. Yeah. Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate you being here. So it's always good fun time to do stuff. But yeah, several other guys in the chat. I see Kevin and Richard, Baked and Awake. That's a cool channel name. So 741's in the house as well. Thanks for being here, Rob. And looking forward to seeing to talking to you guys today. Bob actually remembered his appointment today, so we're one step ahead of the last.
On time too. Beat me in here.
That's right.
I know. And I was in the middle of a class. I actually take a class in Hebrew on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I cut it off short and jumped in here, and we're all here.
I told my wife about you doing that Hebrew class over Zoom. And so she's been on a mission to find an Italian class because she's fairly good in Italian. She went to a language immersion course in Italy a couple of years ago. And so she's on the mission to find an Italian class over Zoom that she can kind of brush up on and learn more of the language there. So
well, I go there quite a bit. I stay with 4Z5 Oscar Tango. He calls his guest room Bob's room.
Okay.
And,
that's good.
And my mom's Israeli, so it's nice to have a chat with my mom in her native tongue. And by the way, everybody say a prayer for her. She just got out of recovery like an hour ago. I just spoke to her. She's doing all right.
Good. Good.
Will
Good.
do. Will
That's
do.
really good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So good. Good thing to.
And she should be watching. I think my dad is putting this on so she can watch. Hi, Mom.
I love it.
Literally, hi, Mom. That's good. So Freebander in the chat says, when will RFinder products be available in orange?
Orange what?
I don't know. I guess color. I was thinking Orange County, but I'm like, that's California. They're available there now. And
they're in
maybe
Anaheim
he's asking
right
about the
now.
color.
I know they're in Anaheim.
Yeah. Yeah. HRO in Anaheim.
Yeah.
Yeah. HRO's carrying them now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. What is that link, Frank?
To the RFinder.
Okay. Good. But generally they ship. So I will tell you this, Bob.
Yeah.
I put my video that I put up about the TN07 antenna. It's that 32-foot vertical flagpole antenna. That's my latest video that I posted. I posted it 2 days ago on Monday Night Ham Radio, just less than 48 hours ago. I'm using this device with the Ham RS app.
Oh, cool.
Which is right. That's the one that I was using, the log POTA contacts, when I was in New York with you.
Right.
Okay, it's right here. I sat down at the table. I said, "This is my RFinder P2 tablet. This is the Ham RS app." And I laid it down. And I started making contacts and typing them into the tablet. And literally about a half dozen people came along and said, "What tablet is that? What tablet?" I just said what it was. So I've got the KDMRD syndrome of like, what's that logging software? What's that logging software? So a lot of people were interested in this device. I'm going to make sure it's in my camera view. In that video, they're like, "Where can we get that? What is that?" Everybody thought it was a case. They thought, what case is that around your tablet?
No. The tablet is the case.
Yeah, right. This is a complete unit. You can't take it out of the case. This is a signal stick antenna, by the way, because it has an SMA connector on the top of it. And has two USB ports on the bottom right here. One is for charging, rapid charging. One is for computer interface, and volume knob up there at the top. And the screen on this thing is absolutely beautiful. I pull up videos and images on it, and it looks gorgeous. The only disappointing thing about it really is that it's still on 8.1. I wish it was on a little bit.
I know you've been watching Prawn.
Yeah. Sure. I didn't even know what that was when you said it, and then I caught on. So yeah, no, I've been watching YouTube. So I've been watching Frank on YouTube. I've been watching. It
was on the
Smoke
Clubhouse
Signals RF on
last
YouTube.
night talking about my YouTube channel. I broke 800.
Come on, there you go. Good.
800
Good.
subscribers. Thank you
Awesome.
for everyone.
Yeah.
Let's get another 800 more plus
in a week.
In a week, yeah. So anyway, Bob, if you want to tell us about, if you want to give us some inside info about the actual RFinder, about the P2 tablet.
Sure. I mean, you said it has 8.1. You'd be surprised if we weren't coming out with something with a little bit later at some point. It's in development. It's going to be a little bit, but 8.1's fine. Everything works fine.
It works fine. I've not had any issues getting any of my apps to work on it.
Yeah, we have, the K1 and the M1 are still on 6, and they work fine. People love them. They're like, "I don't want to get rid of it." I'm like, "Come on, do a trade up." "No, I don't want to get rid of it." All right, whatever. But like we're doing we just actually did the latest Google patches, security patches. So we're keeping it up to date, in its current context. The problem is the chipset manufacturer has to provide kernel sources for us to be able to upgrade it to the next level of operating system, and they just haven't done that. So,
but there's plenty of memory and everything in it to do that, though, right?
Oh yeah,
and horsepower and whatever.
Oh yeah, it's got more than enough juice. It's an 8-core, and
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, well, good.
Yep.
That'll I'll be. I mean, it'd be nice just to be a little bit more updated, but again, like you said, there's nothing in the world that doesn't work on it. I've put all my apps on it, and I've not had anything that wouldn't run, so it runs just fine.
Works fine.
So, cool.
And we'll make sure that RFinder, as we move forward and make RFinder compatible with later operating systems, that it'll still be compatible with legacy devices. So we're not too worried about it. I mean, it's a radio, so you got to make sure the radio works.
Right.
We did.
Exactly. Good. Cool,
I
man.
mean, our original devices were on 5.1.1, and we still support those. So.
Oh, really? The what was it? The H1.
Yeah,
The H1.
H1 and the P1, they were both 5.11 devices.
Right.
So.
Yeah, somebody came along during my premiere of the TN07 and he said, "Oh, they don't make that tablet anymore." I'm like, "Oh, no, this is the P2. This is the brand new one." So because it looks just like the P1 from the outside.
Mhm.
So
Honestly, but the prices, man, it's priced pretty competitive out there.
Yeah.
If you're looking at a tablet to buy, it's priced pretty good,
Yeah, I mean,
especially for what it has.
telephone. I mean, you can literally pick the thing up and make a phone call on it. Hey, Mom?
Yeah.
No. Hello, Mom, you there? Make a phone call on it. It works fine up to your ear for a phone.
What OS is it running? You said Android.
Yeah, it's Android.
And Android 8.1.
Can you put Windows on it?
You friggin' guys.
What? It'd be more
Someone asked
useful.
the other day if we could do a Linux device, and I'm like, it's Linux under the covers.
I was gonna say Android is Linux.
No, I know, but like they want me to put like 2 person years of development into developing for an operating system that nobody wants. So yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I was just wondering, could it be done? Because that would make it more useful to me. I think that'd be pretty cool to run a entire Windows on it.
Yeah, no.
Not really.
It's not what it is. Man. Windows tablet sucks anyway. So what the hell are you talking about?
To run
anybody
regular.
Ring up and tell me if you disagree with me. It's fine. But,
I disagree with you.
I've got a Windows tablet that
I know,
runs
but you're
pretty
doing
good.
the best you know how, Frank. That's all I can expect. I'm not going to agree on everything. Whatever.
Let me make sure. There we go. Okay, so somebody mentioned in the chat that the website shows it's discontinued.
Which one?
Now they're on their own website. They're
Right.
a European website, rfinder.shop. Go to rfinder.net.
Yeah, rfinder.net. I am going to share the link right now in the hold on. Right there. I'm getting a spam risk.
Really great. I got 8 on the shelf. I just unwrapped yesterday. So after this, I have to go update them with firmware. I'm going to update them with all the firmware to get them ready to ship out. So we have 8 of them. I think one of them was purchased last night. So.
Cool. Yeah, but that's it right there. I just shared the link directly to the link that Frank shared a minute ago goes to the B1. The link that I shared goes to the P2.
I have both in there.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the link I clicked on from you showed the B1.
That was the first one when we were talking about the B1s.
And they're
when
also
we
available
transitioned to be. Yeah, go
they're
ahead.
also available at HRO and at Gigaparts and at Moonraker in England. So
Does Gigaparts have them now?
Huh?
Does Gigaparts have them now?
Yeah, get them in stock.
Okay. I know that they were carrying the B1, but I didn't think they had the tablet yet.
Oh no, they don't have tablets. They're for evaluation purposes right now, but they work perfectly. They're released.
Okay.
Most important question from the chat from Toast Dog: will it play Angry Birds?
Of course.
Yeah, to play Angry Birds.
What kind of crazy question is that?
And another question about operating systems: can you get Apple OS on it?
No.
What kind of crazy question is that? Another one.
Right. Another crazy question.
No, honestly, Apple will not let me. I attempted to do something with Apple a while back. There was another company that was making a cradle that fit an iPhone 6, but by the time their cradle was ready to ship, the iPhone 6 was discontinued. They went out of business so fast that their heads. So it takes a long time to make these things. And I mean, first of all, Apple's product cycle is way too quick to do it, and second of all, they won't even let us because they can't make any kind of special money on what we're doing, so they won't let it happen. So that's just how they do it. Whatever.
That's Apple's lockdown system. That's why there's Android on it.
I mean, honestly, who cares? It just the point is the application and the functionality. The operating system is irrelevant.
Right.
Frank.
Well,
then give me Windows.
It's really not. It's really
irrelevant.
Not, it's really not irrelevant because the
Windows.
Android's a better OS than iOS is anyway, in my opinion.
Way better. Come on.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, but Yeah, it would be nice if it were on multi-platform. Now, the RFinder app for repeater locating is on iOS, just not the radio device. So,
Yep, and we have a lot of users on it. We have lots
Yeah.
of users on it. So, you know, it's got the latest DMR data on it. You know, that we update every night. People like that. So it's good. It's all good.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Cool. Well, great.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun lately. A lot of fun. Long days, lots of fun.
So I think that's Howie in there. He says that Bob's doing a live Zoom talk tomorrow evening for the LIMARC group, Long Island.
Wait a minute, I thought that was tonight.
He says tomorrow evening. I don't know.
I thought it was tonight. I don't know. I got to call him later. I think it's tonight.
Yes.
And that's how Bob's schedule gets worked out.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah. That's the last time you're supposed to be on here. It's the name of the podcast and channel.
To be fair, I had an emergency call just like a half hour before, and I just got so immersed. It was like,
it's okay. It's okay. We're just going to give you a little bit for it.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, it's okay. I deserve it. It's fine. Thanks for letting me come back despite.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. So, field day.
Yeah.
Field day.
Woo!
So I told you, Bob, Frank wasn't going to be there because he made plans.
What the hell? Where are you going?
Like a communist, he made plans on field day weekend. For
We were looking at going to Vegas. We had all the Vegas trip lined up. We had tickets. We have a room. And then Jason said, "You're coming to field day, right?" I was like, "Wait, when is that?" Nah.
No, hold on. Who schedules anything for the last weekend in June?
It's the same weekend every year. Every year.
It wasn't
honestly,
highlighted right.
Honestly, normally I'm in Friedrichshafen, so I don't. At least I have an excuse normally, you know. But you know,
I had it highlighted in blue in the calendar invites, or not blue, yellow, and yellow is all the YouTuber stuff. But since we combined the YouTuber calendars, everything's in yellow. So I've been kind of like not looking at those really nicely when I make plans.
Yeah.
So when we were talking about going to Vegas, I said, "Yeah, that last weekend of June is open," and we booked it.
All right, but yeah, hold that thought for a second. I want to address a couple of questions in the chat.
Shoot.
Let's see. The best thing, VNE says, the best thing about my MacBook Pro is that I can't buy parts to replace the broken screen. Brian wants to know who provides the Android security updates, especially on the phone. I think that you do that.
We
Bob.
do
Is
it.
that
We incorporate it. We actually just on the 16.1 release, we just released the March security patches. We just released them.
Okay. Yeah, and
it comes with the operating system update.
Right. It's a customized ROM. If you've ever done a root on an Android device and loaded your own ROM, like what's that one? There used to be one out there.
CyanogenMod.
Yeah. CyanogenMod was one of them. So it's like a customized ROM that's made by RFinder and updated by RFinder, and they keep everything going like that. So, and it works really well. I've never had any issues with mine. So.
The antennas are replaceable, correct? Both on.
So I was going to get to that. Who asked that?
It was Toast Dog.
Yeah. So for instance, that's an SMA.
Right. This antenna, this antenna comes off. I put this on here myself.
So this is an SMA male on this side.
Right.
And like in my car, I use a SMA to SO239.
Right.
And I plug that into. I've got a Diamond SG7900 on the back.
Right.
Of the OJ.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Let's just cover both bases, and also on the RFinder phone.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same type of my phone's over there charging. Same type of SMA connector on the phone.
That's
it's
correct.
The same. Yeah, it's the same on the phone and the tablet. So yeah,
you didn't specify, so I was going to cover each one.
No, that's all right, but it's the same on both one. Yeah, that's
generous of you.
Yeah.
Like it's much like a Baofeng. In fact, I think the same company makes them.
Yeah.
The version, it's 3.0 dBi on 440 and 2.1 on 2 meters.
Okay. I usually, I haven't actually used that antenna on my tablet because I've got this new one that I bought for it that's a little bit flexible. But generally speaking, I have the same. I have my tablet in the car, which is connected to an SO239 with an external antenna.
Yep.
So I don't even really use it as a handheld device, really.
Are you using a Qualcomm Snapdragon chip on it?
It's a 2 gigahertz octa-core, and I don't know if it's a Snapdragon or not. I don't know. I can go look. I don't know if it matters. If it's a 2 gigahertz, it's a 2 gigahertz octa-core. So I mean, you're talking about a brand name of a specific chip, but
yeah.
I think that question was leading into a second part. Is it going to be upgradable to 5G by firmware?
Not in the device, no. That'll be one of the next devices down. But honestly, it's not relevant. I mean, quite frankly, we're probably going to talk about DMR RoIP, right? A little bit.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Like I was in Mexico the other day, and I stuck a Mexican Telcel chip in this one. I was driving from town back to the place I had rented, and it went to 3G, and I was listening to 91, and it went to 3G, and the reception was just fine. So does it matter? I don't know. 4G is going to be around 15 years, roughly-ish, maybe more.
You know, my my Samsung phone has 5G. It'll go to 5G every now and then.
Yeah, and my son was on 5G the other day. He goes, "Oh my God, my phone went to 5G," and he goes checking. It was like, the performance sucks. What the hell is this?
I was losing signal the other day. I forget where I was. I think it was in Galveston somewhere. I was losing signal, and I looked at my phone, and it said I had 2 bars, and it said I was on 4G with 2 bars. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm just in a bad spot. And like 10 minutes later, I looked at my phone, and I was still with 2 bars, and it said 5G, but I still couldn't like play a YouTube video. And I'm like, and that might be just the phone. I don't know. This is an S8. It's 2 or 3 generations old.
Here's my take on 5G, right? If you watch a video on YouTube, right? Say you watch a video on YouTube, and you're getting full motion video on 3G or 4G, right? From an end user performance perspective, does it matter?
Right.
I don't know. I look at it and say, well, it doesn't look like it has any relevance to me. Some people might argue that, of course I'll be right, as usual.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm always right.
Sure.
I just,
That's my line.
I would like to have.
Right.
You stole it from me.
No, I've been using it much longer.
I would like to have 5G, and I'm glad that I have it on my Samsung phone. But honestly, in the times that I've seen it switch to 5G, I've noticed very little difference. I watch YouTube all the time, of course, and a lot of the times I'm on Wi-Fi, so it doesn't even matter. But even just watching it on 4G, it's fine. So, in fact, I will say this: during the Texas winter storm, we were in Galveston. We were without power for about 33 hours, and it came back on for a few hours, and then it went off again. It was off for about another 36 hours. So Frank and I did a whole live stream on that after that weekend.
If I was stuck anywhere, Galveston would be the place to be stuck at.
True. It was still like 28 degrees down there, which Galveston never gets that cold.
Yeah.
So it's still below freezing, but it wasn't into single digits. So, and this is more of a comparison of the networks than anything. But I had my Samsung phone. Let me make sure I'm in the screen there. My Samsung phone is on AT&T. I've had AT&T on this for years. This has got a Verizon 4G card in it. And while the power was down, the networks were saturated, some of the network was down, AT&T was dead for like 3 days. I couldn't do anything. Like sometimes the phone would ring if my wife called me, and sometimes not. I could send texts. That was fairly easy. No data whatsoever. This on Verizon with the SIM card that's on the back panel right here, right there. This worked perfectly. I would sit there at night. We slept in our cars at night because our cars are underneath the house. It's totally open underneath the house because the house is on stilts, and there was no heat in the house. So it was like 10 degrees in the house. So we slept in our vehicles with the heater going on low. And I would put this on and connect to the local news story, and I would watch the news. I would watch the Weather Channel and the news on this tablet with this 4G SIM card, and I had 0 issues. So that's really kind of a thing more about Verizon versus AT&T at that
in
point.
that particular location.
In
where
that
you were at.
particular location, yes.
Well, like
Yeah,
for instance,
correct.
I was down in Cozumel, and my T-Mobile on my, I can't use a B1 as my main because I'm constantly wiping it out. I'm constantly,
Right.
reloading it and stuff.
Right.
But I always have one with me. There's always a SIM with it. It's always my secondary. But like I use a Ulefone, which is like an indestructible handset. You can even take it 30 feet underwater and use an underwater camera.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's quite nice. So, on T-Mobile International plan, I kept losing internet every afternoon. It's like they were just shutting it off. Like, what the hell is wrong with these people?
Mm-hmm.
But I had my Telcel, and I always had internet on this,
Mm-hmm.
and I used this as my hotspot at the, at the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So because their internet was sketchy. This is the only thing that wasn't sketchy was the B1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I have a hotspot with the 4G SIM card in it, and I took it out of my hotspot and put it in the P2 when you sent me this tablet. And this is what I use in my truck to share Wi-Fi to all my other devices.
Oh yeah,
So,
I use
and it
that
works.
as my hotspot
Yeah.
in the car.
Right. That's what I use. And of course, any Android device will do that. But
Speaking of hotspots, can I?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Shameless plug. This is a prototype, and it's an ugly prototype, as you can see.
That's what prototypes are supposed to do,
That's
man.
right. Yeah,
This is gonna work.
This is gonna. I actually have the new prototype on the way. This is gonna be the HCP cubed. So it's gonna be a MMDVM Wi-Fi hotspot, so it'll have its own LTE transceiver in it,
mm-hmm.
and a battery bank, 14,500 milliamp hours. So you'll be able to use this for all three. HCP cubed when it comes out. This is the first time I've actually spoken about it in public.
Woot!
But, this will be an LTE DMR hotspot. Stick your SIM in, and it is your hotspot. And it'll work, of course, with any of the silly monolithic devices like these crazy things and whatever. So it'll work fine with those.
Yeah.
Of course, the RFinder is going to have its own hotspot built in.
Yeah.
So we're beta testing that right now, and it's working good. Have you been running it?
I have been running it. Yes.
Okay,
it seems a little bit kind of I don't know what the word is. It seems a little bit kind of
what?
Picky?
No.
Maybe.
No, it's beta, man. Come on.
I know it's beta.
I know it's beta.
I know.
Beta. Okay.
I know it's beta. No.
Yeah. Like last night we put out an update that made the made reception once you subscribe to a talk group to make reception start immediately. It was delayed until the next transmission, so we fixed that. Now we're working on the volume issue, right? So the volume bounces around a little bit on reception. So we're working on that one now.
I've not had the volume issue on mine.
Yep.
I've never experienced. I've heard it because of those people who are sending you sample videos.
Right, exactly.
But I've not on my specific device. I've not had the volume issue. I will say that what I do is I reboot the device and connect and open the RFinder app and connect to the Brandmeister server, and then click on a simplex frequency and click send to radio. And then, and of course, at the same time you do simplex frequency, you do the talk group.
Yeah, but you don't have to do simplex anymore. We do that.
Oh, really? You changed that.
The talk group. Yeah. In the background, we changed it to a simplex frequency 400 in the background.
Okay.
It's not transmitting. It doesn't matter. The radio just has to be in simplex to decode and encode.
Right.
But we do it in the background, so you don't have to worry about it. The version 2.7 came out last night, which I'm sure you haven't loaded yet.
No.
That has the instantaneous uptake, and we should have another one another day or so that'll have something else fixed or whatever. So
good.
Just we're working on it, and we're getting close, and it's working great. I think we have about 40, 50 people on it now that are beta testing it.
Yeah. I used it when I left your house and I went to Connecticut to visit Smoke Signals RF, who's in the chat today. I got on the ferry, which is like a 45-minute ferry ride going up.
Hour and 15.
Well, okay, hour and 15, whatever. What's the name of that ferry?
I think you took the one out of Bridgeport, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so anyway, I got on there and I'm tinkering, and I'm sitting in my truck on the ferry, and it starts moving, and I'm tinkering around with the phone. I get on the RFinder talk group 31770, and I talked to Howie for 30 minutes. The first 30 minutes I was sitting there, and I was on I was using the RoIP because I didn't have my hotspot with me at the time.
Yep.
And he and I spoke for 30 minutes with no interference. One or two other guys got in there and talked to us as well. But yeah, it worked really well. It sounded just as clear and crisp as like using normal hotspot would.
And we're calling it DM RoIP, by the way.
DM RoIP.
DMR RoIP.
Okay.
DMR
Cool.
for IP. So we just we actually just got that that trademark. It's pending right now. But.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
DM
nice.
RoIP. Cool.
Yeah.
So Toast Dog's actually asking about mobile mounts for the P2, which I was going to ask you about because you showed me the one you had, Bob, but I was going to ask you for a link to it.
Yeah, that I'm using the they've got an articulated arm at LidoRadio.com. It's it's the one that goes under the seat bolt and it's got a joint in the middle. The soft goosenecks they're not sturdy enough to hold something this heavy when you're moving.
Right.
So, but the articulated arm works perfectly. So I have one of those in the OJ.
What is the thing that connects directly to the back of this? With
That's called an amps. It's a standard called amps. I'm sure you guys have seen this.
Yeah.
The double T on this one.
Okay.
You can use a ball and socket, or however you guys want to do it. It's an amps connector. It's all about choices. Pick your mounting solution. It's got an amp. It's got the amps. The bolt pattern is called amps. And you can stick any amps connector on it you want. So
amps connector. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Good.
Do you want to get back to a little bit of field day here?
If you want to talk about field day, go right ahead.
Sure. Well, continuing on with the story, was it yesterday or Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday. My friends group got together and we found out that some of the shows that we want to go see aren't playing, and a couple of people pulled away, and that started up, and now the Vegas trip is canceled.
Right.
So we're all trying to get our money back, and I'm going to be there at field day. Yay!
So Frank will be at field day. Woo!
I will be there.
Oh, so you're making the beans and I'm making the Texas brisket?
Yes, Texas brisket. I'll be doing beans. I think I'm going to do chicken thighs this year. I'll put it out in the chat. I'll do a vote in the Texas Radio Club if we want ribs or we want chicken thighs. I could do either. And
so someone who I will not name, who is a recent transplant to Texas, whose call sign is KMRD, blamed one of us Texans for putting barbecue sauce on the burn ends that you cooked.
Yes.
Bob. Let me make something perfectly clear. Barbecue sauce is terrible unless you have meat that is first terrible. So no barbecue sauce in anything this year, because I don't know who did that. He says, "Oh, it's one of you Texan guys who put barbecue." I'm like, "No, it wasn't. I don't know who did that."
I know who did it. I'm not going to name names.
All right, fine. No more sauce.
We're all just put sauce on the table.
Put it on the table. Yeah, that's fine. That's
fine. If you like barbecue sauce, it's good. I'm not going to complain.
I just want to know if Frank is going to make his crazy spicy beans.
Yes, this year the gauntlet. Last year the gauntlet's been thrown. I'm picking it up, and there's gonna be some jalapenos and the habanero, and if I can find anything spicier, fresh. It has to be fresh.
Some ghost peppers.
Has to be fresh because I cooked with dry ghost peppers before, and they just let out this bitterness that is very hard to get over.
You know what I'd like to make? Can we get I mean, I'm not local, but can you guys get some short ribs? I'd like to smoke some short ribs. How's that?
Like
I tell you what, whatever you
short ribs, like the like a Korean short rib style, or are you talking the American that big at
Semper Gumby, man? I'll make it any way you want.
We could definitely get whatever you want. There's a number of butchers around, and I think there's a couple of good ones along the way to the undisclosed location.
Well, we can also go to Restaurant Depot and get restaurant prices, restaurant quality.
Well, I'll tell you what, you two work that out. Y'all let me know what you want me to go buy. I'll go pick up anything. I don't want to be running all over town after you get here, Bob. But I will go buy stuff previous to that and keep it in the fridge for a day or two, and then once you get here, we'll load it all up and head to the deer lease.
We need a whole slab of brisket.
Okay.
The
Okay.
fattier, the more disgusting.
That one,
fattier, the better.
That Restaurant Depot place down there in Arlington we went to last time was good, but I don't have a membership there, so I don't know if you can do membership by proxy or share your membership with me.
When I arrive, we'll run in and run out.
Well, it's the opposite direction. It's half hour in the opposite direction. That's the only
really?
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't care. You guys are in Texas. They must have like
there's
piles of brisket somewhere.
Yeah. There's other places to get. There's other
Every
places
grocery
to get
store
that,
has
but-
briskets.
Whole briskets?
Yeah, whole briskets.
All right. Well, we're in
You
Texas.
pick them up at a store, man. That's. I will post a picture of whole briskets in the grocery store next time I go. There's probably going to be at least 2 of them. During the seasons, I know Kroger's has, a whole section. They usually put out one of those frozen things that's just nothing but briskets. But yes.
Yeah.
We'll do some spicy beans, some spicy ribs, or chicken or something. And Bob, you're going to do your brisket. I'm going to get better wood this time. Jesus, I feel so bad for that wood. I went in and bought it, and it was the same price, same everything. And when I went outside and I looked at it, it was a half quart. It was like, what is this?
That's bad.
And I was already behind, so I said, well, there's probably wood there we'll chop up. But we'll be set on wood this time.
Yeah.
Douglas never put sauce on ribs. You know what? I leave that to personal choice. I'll make them how it is. As long as you eat one of mine before you put sauce on it, I'm happy.
Yeah. So let me a couple of okay, Bob, you already got that. Somebody's asking about the P2 in Australia.
Yep.
Who's your Australian dealer down there?
Oh, we don't have one yet.
Okay. Do you know Hayden? Ham Radio DX Hayden?
Maybe.
He's on YouTube.
I think so.
He's got contacts for a couple of dealers down there in Australia.
Somebody asked for a demo of DMR RoIP.
Right. Yes, I was about to mention that as well.
Yeah, if I can get some good traffic.
MI0IKF. MI0IKF. This is Kilo November 4 Yankee Victor. Are you still listening?
So I don't know if you can see, but the power button's in blue. That means that we're running RoIP, and the IP on is turned on, so we're running RoIP.
Your green screen's kind of messing with it. Just turn it off for just a
minute. Yeah, turn off your green screen. Turn off the green screen because it's still going to do it.
Oh.
In Zoom. Turn off the green screen in Zoom.
Oh, there's a function for that? Hold on.
Yes. Yeah. You could just tell it.
You broke the illusion, Bob. I thought you were on the beach.
It's a little bit quiet now.
How do you turn it off? Video settings?
Hit the video settings and then choose virtual background and just uncheck the box that says I have a green screen. I just choose none.
I've never done this before.
Okay,
you did it before to enable it.
Yeah.
So I'm listening. So who finds you on?
How do I shut? Oh, greens. Oh no, that's share screen video.
On the left side, there might be a column that also just says green screen.
Whatever. Anyway, you guys heard it. That's the concept.
Yeah.
If we get some more traffic on 91. But it's very simple. It's just a single button click.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I just hit a button and I switch over to RF, one button. So now I'm on RF through my, what do I have right now? Oh, here in the, actually, if I brought up a frequency.
Are you still having the issue about switching back and forth between RoIP and RF?
No.
That's fixed. Okay, good.
Yep. Let's see. I was on Worldwide English, right? Yeah. So anyway, so I'm on Worldwide English right now. If somebody ever transmits again.
I'll keep you on the line after we're done here, Bob, and get you to step me through the upgrading of my B1, which is right there.
Sure.
And then I'll make a video about it.
There we go. So it's just one button switch. Just hit the IP button, and it switches like from IP to RF, RF to IP. It's just a quick switch. Did I lose you guys?
No, no.
Nope, you're good.
We're giving you the floor, man. Go for it.
Yeah, you got the floor.
So anyway, it's that simple. You just switch back and forth. We don't have it working on the tablet yet. We're working. We have to get a couple of things done in general first, and then we'll have the tablet working. It should only take a day to get the tablet running.
That'd be kind of cool if especially if it works between the switch back and forth between RoIP and RF.
Yeah,
because that'd be a perfect thing to have on a road trip with the tablet in the vehicle.
Yeah, and we're going to
click,
put
click.
You're going to be able to put in a list of 8 receive groups, up to 8 receive groups.
Mm-hmm.
When you hit the promiscuous button, it'll just start monitoring all 8, and whichever one comes through first. The way Brandmeister works is they'll send you only the one that's active, and when that one drops, it sends you the next one if it's active.
Right.
So, and then it'll show you on the display like what talk group it came in, and promiscuous will have turned to switch. And when you hit switch, it switches the receive and transmit exclusively over to that talk group. So the workflow is going to be very, very nice for that. And what else? Stuff. Oh,
good.
I had a great meeting with Ty this week regarding TGIF. I know that'll make you very nauseously happy. So he and I are working at a strategy for getting TGIF up and running with radio over IP. So that'll probably, if he can get his side done in about a month or two, then we'll follow soon. We're trying to get him to do it using Open DMR terminal, so that'll be a very easy implementation.
Yeah,
if he does.
Yeah. Good. Dan Wiley, who's local to us here, he says, can he still update the M1? You're still doing updates to the M1.
The M1 is frozen at 19.9 on the ROM side. We're not doing any new functionality to the M1 except for on the app side. But the M1 is not. It just doesn't have the horsepower to do radio over IP, so it's not going to do that. You'll have to use other methods of radio over IP for that, like DroidStar or Peanut or whatever the heck else people are using, to do that. But it works fine. Like DroidStar works on it as good as DroidStar works. The audio is
right. Yeah, it's decent. I mean, you can communicate with it for sure.
Okay. Yeah, it's not great, but it's okay.
Yeah. Good.
Yep.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for coming on today. We're about 45 minutes after the hour, and we can certainly, Bob shared the, he didn't share the link, but somebody was asking about getting in on the beta.
Just get on the RFinder Android Radio Facebook group.
Yeah. Get on the Facebook group.
The Facebook group, and it's open to everybody on the group that has a B1, so anybody can do it if they dare.
And I'm sure you'll open it up to P2 users once that beta is ready as well.
Yeah, P2 users, it's more of going to be like, okay, it's ready.
Yeah. Okay.
We're doing all the debugging on the B1 side, so the functionality is going to really be the same. So it's just a matter of allowing the P2 to run RoIP. So,
gotcha.
So we're just not there. The ROM's ready, theoretically. Like test the ROM, but theoretically it's working.
Good. Yeah, I think you updated my ROM when I was there.
Maybe. Might have been ships passing in the night. We might have gotten another ROM update since then.
I'm sure that you probably have, really. This one is 15.0.
Oh no, we have 16 now.
Okay.
16 has the RoIP in it.
Yeah, well, I know it's 16 on the B1, but I didn't know if the P2 was following that or not. So yeah, this is this one's dated February 5th rather. So I'll have to get with you on that too, I guess. But that's cool. When is RFinder going to create a mobile app similar to RF Analyzer for RX only?
What the hell is that?
I assume it's kind of like a spectrum analyzer.
Oh. Well, you can just put you can attach an RTL SDR to it right now. I do that all the time. I'll attach an RTL SDR and run the RTL SDR software with pan adapter software. And works great.
I have to try that. That sounds like
it works fantastic. It works great.
Idea.
You put an SDR on it. It works great.
Did you ever get with the guys at the Parks in the Air?
What was I supposed to do?
It was your idea.
To add the Boy Scout?
Well, no, but just to add all the POTA spots. Like you know how the RFinder app right now. One of the coolest things I like about the RFinder app right now that it's always done is you open the app, the RFinder app, and it'll tell you what grid square you're currently at because it uses GPS, so it knows where you are. Well, the phone uses GPS, knows where you are. And the RFinder app said you are in grid square Echo Mike 1-2 whatever. And that would be a cool feature to put that open and say closest park. Oh, you've got this state park next to you, this state park, and all this. The parks on the air database could all just be right there at your
fingertips. Forgot about it. I've been so entrenched in radio over IP.
Yeah.
Because right after you left, we started having builds that actually worked.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Hey man, it's an hour, not an hour, a year and 4 months in the making. This was not easy. Okay, this is not for the faint of heart. And if it was, lots of companies would have done it already. It's not easy, and for a small company like us to pull it off is like,
right. Yeah.
It costs real money to do that kind of stuff. So, but we got it working.
Got it working. That's good.
Phil's cranking. He's doing a great job.
So
we're down to spackling now.
Good.
The framework is up and the walls are up. We're just spackling it. So.
Spackling. Got to paint it, make it look good.
So I'm putting words in Todd's mouth, but he's making us all jealous that he's doing field day in his backyard in Hawaii. So I think he's offering to put us all up at his house to do field day in his backyard.
How generous!
Yeah, let's do that.
I just want to know if he's digging a hole and making an emu pig.
Right?
We'll figure out how to do that. That will happen.
We can do that in Texas, right?
We've done
barbacoa. We've done goat barbacoa before. At the Deerleys, we dug a hole and buried and had goat meat and put it in there with the barbacoa, the banana leaves and a whole 9 yards.
Goat is
it was good. It was good. So, and I've been to an actual luau. I think it was on Maui, but it might have been on Kauai, in Hawaii before, and it was quite good. In fact, my wife and I just booked our Hawaii trip that we've been putting off. We had a Hawaii trip booked to go back to Kauai in May of last year, and then March, April of last year is when everything shut down. Right. So we put it off. So we booked our Hawaii trip. We're going to go like middle of November.
Is Hawaii open yet?
Yeah, it's open.
Oh, they finally regained their minds over there. The craziness that was going on.
You still have to do the 2 weeks? No.
I think there's something. Well, first of all, our trip's not for another 6 months, so it's going to be different than it is today. But today, I think you have to do something. If you're vaccinated, then there's some kind of exemption for you or something like that. And
are you guys vaccinated yet?
Yes.
Frank, I don't know. Frank's being a weirdo.
Yeah. Well, they don't really make a vaccine for what Frank has.
I'll tell you what.
Let's be honest here.
My son says that I have nanobots coursing through my veins now. And then he says that the crazy leftists are that they're.
I saw a TikTok video the other day where this couple is sitting on the couch watching TV, and this other girl is sitting kind of to their right, and she just starts spouting all this stuff about how great Bill Gates is, and they look at her and they see the Band-Aid on her arm. She's like, Bill Gates is great. He's great. He's great. He's great. And they're all like, oh my God. It was freaking hilarious, man. I was cracking up.
Nobody told her that Trump got her the vaccine.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, probably not.
I don't know. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was Joe.
I'm hitting the political abort button. How about those ham radios?
It's all good.
It looked like there were a lot of normal thinkers on the chat, so I figured.
Well, normal. Nothing normal about us at all. So, but all right, hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close it down. You guys hang on the line for a minute. Frank, if you need to go, that's cool.
Hey guys, it was nice to see all y'all. Thanks for letting me in to your place for lunch.
No problem.
For sure. Yeah. In fact, you know what, Bob? Check your schedule for field day, and depending on what day you come out here, maybe we can do another sit down together here in the shack.
That sounds great. I'm doing tonight. I'll be on the Limark Long Island Mobile Amateur Radio Club, 8 o'clock Eastern time.
Yep.
I'll be on a live stream there on Zoom. So go to the limark.org website and I guess get the link from there.
Cool.
And so we'll be on there, and that should be fun tonight. It's good to see things happening again. Quite frankly.
Yes. Very true.
It's good to see people out and about. I'm seeing people walk into stores without obedience masks on.
Yeah.
Kind of nice to watch.
Yeah.
On that note,
sorry, Frank.
Hey man, I'm just trying to keep it open for everyone.
Yeah, that's right. No, we're all good. We're all good.
What's wrong with obedience masks? You all have to wear them, right? What's the problem?
Well, not well. You're in New York. It's a little bit different down here.
Oh, you guys don't have them?
Well, I mean, there's still people who wear them, but no, the state mandate was lifted at the beginning of April.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
thank God.
Everybody can do whatever they want to. Now, there's a lot of businesses that still ask you to do it, and that's fine.
I wear a gaiter. I wear a gaiter. My dad's. My dad gets mad at me because I wear a gaiter. He wants me to wear an obedience mask, and I'm like, I'm not wearing an obedience mask. No way.
I still wanted to get the Mandalorian helmet. I still want to do that. I might do that one of these days.
Nice.
So,
hi, Dad. And he's watching. Hi, Dad. My dad's K2 ACM, by the way, for those who don't know.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Our friend made a Hayabusa plastic mask, and that was amazing.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Baker did. Cool. You saw the
I didn't see
pictures.
it. I didn't see it. But I don't get into that Discord very often. But
Todd, if it's not for field day, I'm coming out regardless. What island are you on anyway?
Yeah, what island are you on, Todd? I was going to ask that myself.
Todd, I love Hawaii. I can't wait to come back.
But we'll be in Kauai in November. That's where we're going in November.
I love Kauai. That's one of my favorites.
And I'm trying to push all the guys to make a decision about the actual dates, but we're trying to go back to Costa Rica in October.
I keep seeing you guys talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So fingers crossed on that.
Can I go?
Yeah, that's why I added you to the chat.
I've been good.
We can go there and make fun of Frank because he won't go.
No, I will be there next year. I'm totally there.
No, not next year. This year, October.
Oh,
you're not going?
We're gonna try to go in October this year. It's not set in stone yet. That's what we're shooting for.
So, where do you guys set up? Where's the?
It's in a village called it's about an hour north of Liberia, which is the airport we fly into.
I know where it is. Yeah.
It's in a village called Guayabo.
Guayabo.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I love. Anybody ever been to La Fortuna? I love going to La Fortuna.
No, I don't think so.
There's been a couple of talks of people say they're going there, but I don't know. But yep, it's about time for me. So 7-3,
okay.
everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut it down. Also, Bob, I'll hang on for a second, and I'll bring you back on in a minute, or I'll come back to you in a minute. So
fine.
All right. So thank you for joining us today, Bob. That was good info.
See you guys later.
I just realized I muted myself, so let me say that again. Thanks for joining today. I was trying to mute Bob, and I muted myself. But thanks for joining today. This weekend, tomorrow night's Thursday Night Ham Radio. Temporarily Offline has the link, so go check that. And Sunday, this coming Sunday, we're getting back to the Sunday night live stream. Last week we took off due to Mother's Day. So I'll be inviting gentlemen from the Islands on the Air website to come and talk to us all about Islands on the Air. We've done Parks on the Air, Summits on the Air, done a lot of Parks on the Air stuff on this channel. Never really talked about Islands on the Air, so I'm looking forward to getting that information, getting thoughts on how to get signed up and get active with that specific event as well. So we're going to learn all about that Sunday evening, 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, which is midnight midnight, midnight UTC. Oh, Daylight Savings Time really jacks with my brain. So 73 to everybody. Thank you much for being here today. Lunchtime Livestream is a really good time, and we've got I've got a couple of new things coming up on the Lunchtime Livestream in the next few weeks also. So much looking forward to that. 73, and thanks for joining us today.